back to the 6 a.m. Club where we start our day inspired. Today we are inspired and diving into a thought-provoking quote that says, "The only way to achieve something different is to begin with a fresh perspective." If you're feeling stuck, if your goals just feel out of reach, or you're ready for a change, this episode, this conversation, it's for you. We're going to be unpacking why shifting your perspective is key to unlocking new possibilities. We're also going to talk about how to cultivate fresh ways of thinking and what steps you can take to see challenges and opportunities in a whole new light. So grab your coffee, settle into a comfy spot, and let's explore how fresh perspectives can change everything. Okay, let's start with the beginning. Let's start with why fresh perspectives are so powerful. Sometimes we get caught up in the way things are that we stop questioning the way things could be. I want to use an analogy to explain this. Think about a puzzle. I don't know if you like building puzzles, but think you're building a puzzle and you have all the pieces out on the table. If you stare at it too long from the same angle, you stop seeing the pieces clearly. But when you step away and then come back and look at it from a different perspective, the missing pieces almost reveal themselves. Life is the same. If you keep thinking the same way, making the same choices, and approaching problems in the same way, you'll keep getting the same results. To achieve something different, you need to challenge your current way of thinking and ask yourself, what if I'm looking at this the wrong way? What if there's a better solution or a better approach that I haven't considered? How often do we ask ourselves these questions? Typically, we're so fixated on how we're seeing problems in that moment. Sometimes changing our perspective isn't easy. It requires a really intentional effort. So let me share with you some practical ways that I can think of to reset our mindset and see things differently. I made a list of 5 things that I want to share with you today. The first one is step outside of your comfort zone. Try something new, whether it is taking a class, traveling to a new place, or simply changing your routine. New experiences often force us to think differently. The second thing I can think of is seek outside input. Talk to someone that you trust and you admire and ask their perspective on your situation. They might see opportunities or solutions that you totally overlooked. The third thing is reframe challenges as opportunities. Instead of asking, why is this happening to me? Ask, what is this teaching me? How can I grow from this? The fourth strategy is to take a break. Sometimes the best way to gain a fresh perspective is to step back, to go for a walk, to meditate, to sleep on it. A rested mind sees things more clearly. And the fifth idea I have for you today is question your assumptions. Write down what you believe about the current situation. Then challenge each assumption. Question it. Is it really true? Could there be another way of looking at it? I don't know, but this one really works for me a lot of times. I mean, all 5 of them. Now, let me share a quick story to bring this to life. A few years ago, I was feeling stuck in my career. I thought I had hit a ceiling and I couldn't see a way forward. I kept looking for opportunities in the same places and applying the same strategies, but nothing was working. I work in HR and I share all the strategies with other people, and I thought I just need to implement the same strategies that I recommend to everyone, and none of them was working for me. But one day, a mentor asked me a simple but powerful question. What would you do if you weren't afraid to start over? That one question flipped everything for me. it helped me see that my fear of change was holding me back. By shifting my perspective and thinking about my career from a place of curiosity rather than fear, I found new opportunities that I hadn't even considered. Or let's put it this way, I started to accept opportunities coming my way that I was too afraid to even answer to. Here's your challenge today. I want you to think about identifying an area you're stuck in. Write it down. Write down that one area of your life where you feel like you're not making progress. And then I want to challenge you to challenge your perspective. Ask questions like, what am I assuming? What's another way to look at this? What could someone else do in my situation? And then lastly, take one small step. Do something today that pushes you out of your usual way of thinking. It could be simply as brainstorming new ideas or asking for feedback or experimenting with a different approach. Remember, the only way to achieve something different is to begin with a fresh perspective. The way you see the world shapes the results that you create. So don't be afraid to challenge the old ways of thinking and embrace new possibilities. Thank you so much for spending your morning with me. And as always, I'd love to hear your thoughts. What fresh perspectives are you bringing into your life today? Send me a message and let's keep the conversation going. Until next time, stay curious, stay open, and remember, you hold the power to create the life that you love. Have an amazing day, and I'll see you on our next episode of the 6 a.m. Club.